All right, what's up? If you just watched the last one, then you know this is me going back to where I came. Make it part 2. I mean, I would walk much longer, but I got so much shit to do, man. For example. So, I've been getting really deep into the music. And this goes into what I want to talk about in this video. But I've been getting really deep into the music. Just, like organizing my drum sounds and my loops and my samples and my kits and all that. I truth be told, I got like 700,000 sounds, probably more. But these are just standalone. Machine and Ableton got their own sounds, and I bought these. I sit there and buy it over the years, and I don't even know what's in these sound packs. They just sit there, and a lot of them, they're folders within folders within folders. So I just been going through them and like just cleaning them up, adding things. If I have a part 1, part 2, part 3, just put it in a big folder. If I can get the tempos, matching the tempos, it's really like I laugh at myself because I'm not making music. All I'm doing is, okay, put this file in this folder, rename the folder, and that takes hours. But then where it pays off is I practice on the train when I'm going to work. So I'm on a train, I'm not sitting there looking for the sounds. It's in that folder, in that category. And then I back up everything, which takes forever. It's pretty fast, but when you're sitting there looking at it, it's like, come on, can you be even fast? So yeah, so I just been doing that, focusing on the music. 3 months ago, I had a plan to sell a beat online, BeatStars. So 3 months, I had an account, and I didn't sell a beat, but I did get work doing vocals on someone's track because of that. So kind of, I achieved my goal. But I'm thinking. Now, if you watched the last video, I said I'm getting my visa, so then I'll be able to do whatever I want within reason and legal. But I'm thinking of leaving teaching, like just quitting my job and focusing on music 150% and going hard on that shit. Because right now, I'm doing the best I can. I wake up at 3, I make my beats. I'm on the train making beats in class. I'm trying to not make the kids cry. I get out of class, I make the beats. I'm trying to do all this, but I need more time. I don't watch Netflix. I don't watch TV. I don't do anything except music, sleep, and eat. And shit. But if I had more time, but it's a catch-22. Because a lot of people, when Corona came, they're, oh yeah, I'm gonna do all this shit. You're probably one of them. You didn't do anything. You sat there saying you're bored, you can't wait to get outside. But a lot of people had that. I got really deep. I think most introverts, I'm not an introvert, I'm an ambivert, because we're a little bit of both. I think most people who do music took that as a time to beef up their shit. Fuck, if I'm gonna have to be stuck in the house, I'm gonna get down. Other people do other things. Anyway, so, do you think I should quit teaching and then just make it life or death? You gotta make that money from the music, otherwise you're gonna be homeless. And then be homeless and be like, you gotta make that money to get in the house, or you're just gonna be. But I don't want to do that. That makes no sense. I'm 30-fucking-9. But that's a good 30-fucking-9. There's no reason for me to be doing stupid shit. But this might be the thing that pushes me to work harder, or pushes me to be creative in a different way. But I don't know. So what do you think? Because right now I'm reading Miles Davis. I just finished Herbie Hancock, and Miles Davis was a really big influence for him, so I had to get his book. And the next book I'm gonna read is Thelonious Monk, because Miles Davis, that's how I read my books. Recommendations from the people who wrote the books. I don't be reading books that are on those you must read list, because why must I read that? Anyway, so Miles Davis, he was like saying, he's out in his hometown, and he's like, I gotta get to New York, because that's where the shit is happening. He took that risk, that leap, sleeping on couches and shit. But again, I don't want to be that dude who's, because it's a choice, like I mean, there's a guy I follow on Instagram, and every now and then he'll post, "Hey man, I need you guys to give me this because," and people do, because he asked, like, his computer broke, and he's like, "I need a new computer. Who's going to give me a new computer?" And eventually he got a new computer, an old one. But if that happened to me, it's like, okay, I need to work more. How can I get this money? Working physically, get that cash. To each their own, but the way I'm doing it, there's only so much I can work and so much I can make. So yeah, so I'm throwing that out to you guys. Should I quit my job and go really hard on the music? I mean, I got 2 jobs, so I mean, I could quit one, but yeah, so I'm there. That's where my mind's at. Yeah, what else? Customer service. I was dealing with a group. I bought something online, and they had a really sophisticated automated system. It reposts things, and it's written in a way that you think it's a real person. It'd be all like, "Hey, how you doing?" And you just, "I'm doing good." And then it sets you into another category for response. And then eventually, "Oh, did you see this new product?" I mean, this is music related. I'm like, "Oh, wow, I didn't see it." And it's like you're talking to them, but they're not. And it works when it works. Like all these automated systems, they work when they work, which I don't ever want to be the dude who's like pushing that. It might come if I have a company and someone's like, it's whatever. But I want it somehow that when you need to talk to a real person, you can. So anyway, for whatever reason, I signed up with 2 email accounts, and I bought something, and then on the other email, it's like, "Hey, it's now this price. Da-da-da-da." And I'm like, that's fucked up, because I just bought it. It's like you just bought the new iPhone, and then they come up with the next iPhone. Usually within reason, they'll let you return it and upgrade. So I hit them up like, "Hey man, can you at least like discount it by the price of the new one?" Because it was significantly cheaper than what I paid. And basically it was just during Corona times, and I wanted to use that time to learn shit. And they were teaching how to market your music, so I bought it so I could market my music. Blah blah blah. So I'm paying for it, and it is what it is. A lot of stuff they're saying, it's been said, but sometimes you just got to hear it in a different way. So I hit them up saying, "Can you do that?" And I get this email back saying, "Hey man, blah, 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 blah." They don't answer my question. Then I get another email like, "Hey." So I'm like, "Yo, my name's not Hey, my name's Matthew." And I go, "Sorry, my bad." This just pissed me off. And then we're going back and forth for weeks, months. And I let it go like, fuck it. You know what? I paid, and they're just, they're just doing what they do, whatever. So then I get another email. "Hey, long time no talk. You haven't been checking my emails." So again, I think it's a real conversation, and then I get into it, and it's just like spam. "And by the way, you could buy our new product." So then I go in on them again. I'm like, "Listen, man, I want my money back. I want a refund." And I start using my colorful talk. These are Corona times, and it's like you're trying to gas me, motherfucker. I don't even. It's all polite. I'm polite, but. So then he's like, "I don't like the way you're talking to us." There's 2 of them. "So if you're gonna be that way, then don't bother responding." And this set me off too, because I didn't even use colorful words. I kept it professional. So I let it go. I slept on it, meditated. Then I sent another email saying, "Listen, man." And I went through all the emails and just kind of highlighted the conversation. Like, you didn't answer my question. I was polite. I'm not trying to be a dick about things. And I support musicians. There's a shitload of these things out there. But I fucks with you because you're a musician like me, trying to make it. Blah, 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 blah. Here's my, you pay me what you think is a reasonable refund. I was gonna throw in there, you pay me $1, it is what it is, but I didn't want to set the low. I didn't want to set nothing that low. So then a week went by, and then they gave me a refund. Oh, well, they gave me something, and it just makes me feel okay. Okay, it is now. It is what it is. There's no way I could have like hunted them down. I can't afford to sue them. I think they're based out in Finland, so it is what it is. But so I don't know. I think I got to work on my customer service, but I tie that in with my word. My word is my bond. I think I took the wrong path. Look at this. Dead end. Maybe we could jump over there. No, we're just gonna have to go back. That happens though. That happens. So yeah, man. Another site I was buying my samples from, my music stuff. And every time I sign up, I would use a different email, which would make a different account, which would send the samples or the downloadable products to that email. So one time, 2 days ago, I bought something, and I'm looking for it, but I can't find it. And the link's like, you don't have access, and I'm like getting all stressed and all that shit. Like, I paid for it. Where is it? So then I sent the email, and like, bam, they get back to me. This guy named Juan. And he's like, here's the link. But I'm like, that's not even the link. It's the wrong order. So I start, compiling data and all that shit. So I'm like, let me check this one more email. So I check another email, and bam, there it is. So I had 3 different accounts. So I emailed, like, I found the problem. I just got 3 accounts. Is there any way you can consolidate it? I got an email, bam, we consolidated to this one. I'm like, thank you so much. He's like, you're welcome. Like, this is customer service. Don't know the guy, but because he was so kind, well, I mean, he's doing his job and all that shit, but I bought more shit, and I would recommend it, but it's my secret, man. I don't want no one. Oh, I was talking to someone the other day. I was like, yeah, I found this site with these interesting music loops, and I don't want to tell anybody about it, but I don't think it's a secret, but I just don't want to tell anybody. Anyway. Oh, man. My diet has died. I'm back on my chocolate and rice, pasta. I still work out every morning, but I'm not writing it down. I was writing it down every day, but I'm still doing the same reps or the same amount of whatever. But yeah, and my house is a little messy, and all them signs I posted up, I pulled them down because our bodies, our minds get used to things, and it becomes invisible. Kind of like dirt, smog, crime, racism. It's always in our face. It's not a new thing, but eventually we forget about it until it smacks us in the face again. Or in my case, I tripped over the fucking chair that was in front of the door. And it's in front of the door because one of the screws is loose, so it's all like on lean. So I put it in front of the door, and I brought another chair, but every time I gotta walk around it to get to where I'm going. And yesterday I bump into that shit. So this morning I cleaned up my house. Well, I gotta do things in bits. So first I took all those posters that are laying on the floor now, threw them away. I gotta make new ones. I moved all the books. I fixed the chair, put the screw back in there. And I gotta go to the next room, get all the wires. It's a process. Yeah. Yes, last night I did my first DJ set. I need a DJ name. It was interesting. I mean, DJ set is basically you pay songs with lyrics on it. Beat lives is when you have your beat machine and you just... So in a sense, I've been doing that. But this was like in front of people who don't know me. Maybe 2 people knew me, the rest were like a true audience. And I was doing my thing. They talked over most of it until I started doing the beat live during the DJ set. So I think that's gonna be my angle, that live. I mean, I think it would be the same as if you saw DJs all like all that extra shit. But I want to mix it. I want it to be a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But yeah, that happened. Oh, And this weekend, I'll put the link in here. I'm gonna be doing two things. Check this out. So on Saturday, I will be battling like 8 miles. You don't want to battle, you suck, cause ain't no such thing to tap punk. Something like that. Now, I didn't want to do this, but when I was reading the Herbie Hancock book, he's like, anything that anybody asked him to do, he said yes, even if he couldn't do it, because it's an opportunity to learn. So someone's like, hey man, you want to battle? I'm like, not really, I'm not a battler. He's like, you freestyle. Well, yeah, but I'm not a battler. And then I'm like, well, how about this guy? It's a Japanese battle. I was like, well, I don't speak Japanese. The guy who asked me speaks Japanese and freestyles. And I'm like, why aren't you doing it? So I'm like, all right, well, check out these people. And then a couple weeks later, he's like, I couldn't find anybody. Can you do it? So then I was going to be like, nah. Well, I don't want to be nobody's last option. But then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. It'll be a learning experience. And there'll be some pretty big names there. Maybe something may come from it. So this Saturday, I'm going to be battling some Japanese rapper who I ain't even going to know what he's saying to me. And I'm going to say some stuff. So I don't even know how that's going to work. Wish me luck. I'll let you know. Maybe I'll post a video if it's possible. And on Saturday, I'm doing this online. I already recorded it. So I did this this little live. You know how people are doing that now? They're doing live events online. So I did that. And that's going to post up on Saturday too. So it's like I'm in 2 different places at the same damn time. On the phones, But yeah. Is there anything else, man? Any big things going on? Now, I don't know if this person follows me. I don't think so. I don't even know where I So anyway, on Instagram, there's this person, female, who I love their pictures. They're always showing these cool museums, and they like my posts and what have you. I say what's up, they say what's up. Now, I don't know where I know them from. Maybe it was Tinder, because at one point I was doing Tinder, and I was get on Instagram. But I got so many people on Instagram. If we don't connect quickly enough, I won't know who you are. So anyway, I slid in her DMs. I said, hey, there's this exhibition that came out, and my friend went to it. It's kind of a weird one. So I asked her, has she been to it? And this is how the conversation should go. I said, no, I haven't. It seems really cool. Are you interested in it? Be like, yeah. You want to go together? I'd be like, okay. And I'll be like, oh, when you want to go? She's like, how about tomorrow? Like, I gotta work. How about the next day? I gotta work. How about the next day? I gotta work. Yeah, that's one of the problems. But eventually we'll find a date that we can go, and then we'll go. And she's like, yeah, I always wanted to talk to you, but I didn't know how to. That's how yeah, that's one way. Or it could go, yeah, my boyfriend and I already went, but you could come with us again. But yeah, man, that's about everything, man. That's about everything. Oh, so back to the diet. So the plan now, because the reason that I stopped. What's up? The reason I stopped was because I met up with my friend, my ex-girlfriend, and she's just like, you know, your BMI is low. I said, what the hell is a BMI? And then we did the calculations, and it's like I'm underweight according to his BMI, which isn't good, you know. Luckily, I didn't feel any like dizziness or weak or hungry at all during my crazy 3 months, because a lot of it's just I stopped eating junk food, sleeping earlier, and exercising. I still sleep early when I can, and I exercise every other day, as I have. But I'm thinking about exercising every day, because now my body's used to it. I could bang out my 40 minutes in 40 minutes, be powering through. Plus, it gives me a chance to listen to my audio tapes or stuff. And I'm just gonna start drinking more water. But Chocolate, man, as I said, I'm reading Miles Davis, and all he keeps, one of the themes that runs through it is heroin, crack, because he's talking about Bird. Like jazz and blues and artists in general, we get addicted to shit, and it just ruins the fuck out of whatever you're doing. So he's describing Bird, this genius musician, which maybe I heard his song, but I haven't heard his song. And then he's saying how his body deteriorated from drugs, but how he still was able to be the best. And then, according to Herbie Hancock, Miles Davis eventually gets strung out on heroin. It's his book, but he hasn't got to that part. But I kind of already know what's gonna happen. I don't even know what's gonna happen, because I mean, you know what's crazy? I played the trumpet when I was in elementary. I just randomly played it, and to this day, I love the sound of the horns, man. Love that sound. In fact, I just bought this kit that just horn sounds. Got a flugelhorn and a trombone and a tenor sax, because I just love that sound. But yeah, but it's like I didn't know any trumpet players when I was playing trumpet. All I knew was the and maybe Taps, the funeral song. So there was no connection. Just a random kid playing. But if I would, because the way Miles says it, he's like, when he heard so-and-so, it changed his life. No one changed my life when it came to trumpet. I stopped because I had a trumpet teacher who's just like, not my tempo. Not my tempo. From that movie. That movie was crazy, man. Crazy. But he was like that guy. Mr. M. But yeah. So yeah. So I probably would have been on that trumpet shit but that's basically everything in my life, man. If I could find a mentor or someone to kind of show me the ropes, basically I'm unshowable, or something's wrong with me. Actually, I told someone that. I said, yeah, there's something wrong. No, Matthew, you're fine just the way you are. Hate that. Hate when people say that. Because if I was fine just the way I was, ... That's how I think. Like, I can't walk into a bank. Yeah, I'm trying to do this business. Can I get X amount of dollars? Here you go, because you're fine just the way you are. They're going to say, they're going to see shit. Wow, I'm going to try to finish this up, but it might run all the way to my house. So, I was talking to my friend the other day about, we just talk about random shit. And it came up, we were talking about validation. And he was saying, we don't need to be validated. We should validate ourselves. And I agree with that. You know, you could scour my channels and media. You won't really find me saying that someone said that I was this, and that's why I'm happy. You won't see too many pictures of me posted up with people who are celebrity-like. I just don't do that shit. Because I just don't. But you know, validation works. So I was saying to him, like, yeah, it's true. You should validate yourself, but getting that little blue mark on Instagram, validation. Having 1 billion followers or 1 billion anything, validation. Having the president of the United States or former president say, yeah, I made a list and your song is in my list, validation. Being number one, valedictorian. Valedictorian sounds like validation. I think there's a correlation there. So it's like one thing, like it's just the duality, you know? Like Jay-Z said, I got the hottest chick in the game wearing my chain. I write ho. Validation. Like, and this is where I'm at, like now in my journey, my life. we're stuck in this kind of, yeah, okay, no validations. Do it on your own. A point in case, a couple weeks back, someone asked me, hey Ryman, can you help me? I said, what you need help with? So I need beats. I said, okay, I got you. I set up a studio session and we went to the studio and I made 5 beats for her on the spot. Now, they're just rough cuts, so I had to go back and sequence them out, put some structure to them. That took about a week or 2. I sent them to her. Now, we didn't use those beats, you know, wasting my damn time. So, this was for another online event, streaming event. Now, I thought it was gonna happen in September, but it was actually gonna happen 2 weeks from when she had emailed me. Now, I know for a fact she didn't say that we had 2 weeks. But whatever, because when she told me, she's like, yeah, it's in 2 days, and we weren't even finished. So anyway, but we're talking, and I'm just like, you know, I don't need people to be on stage with me. I get up on stage and represent. And she's like, yeah, I know what you mean. I get on stage by myself too. But then at the event, it was me and this other guy and her. Validation. She had 2 of the greatest musicians, artists behind her as she got up on there and did her thing. And then she said to me the day of or after the event, this is the first time she's performed in 3 years. I was like, what? Like, all this stuff could have been said up front. But it is what it is. But I don't do that shit. I rap and practice every freaking day. I'm on go mode when it comes to music. But yeah, so my friend and I were talking, and it's just like, validation. Do you need it? Like, because we were saying we just want to be recognized on our own merit. But the whole thing about being recognized, like the fact that I post on YouTube and it's visible, like you can make videos and make them private, show it to the 3 friends or whoever wants to see it. I post it up there. I mean, but yeah, that's just a little rant, validation rant. What are your thoughts about that? What are your thoughts? All right, we're gonna cut this one because it's at 27 minutes. We're gonna make one more, so you're gonna get 3 videos if you followed all the way up here. Spread them out. But yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Be safe. Bye.